Right in the heart of Central America lies the country of Honduras. Its population is approximately 10 million. While the primary religion is still Catholicism, that is quickly changing. Much of the younger generation is now more open-minded, and Satan is filling those open minds with other religions, cults, and worldly philosophies. In the Honduran educational system, evolution is now being taught as fact, while the Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons are sending their missionaries in droves. Now, more than ever, there is a need to plant solid, independent Baptist churches. While most of the central corridor of Honduras has been covered by good missionaries, much of the east and west remains completely neglected. What is the most effective way to start churches in these areas?
One option is for missionaries to go start churches in those neglected areas of Honduras. But with ever-changing residency and visa laws, the doors for missionaries to any given country could close at any time.
On the other hand, sending well-equipped national pastors to start those same churches would probably provide a more long-lasting and effective outcome. Hi, we're the LeJeunes. My wife and I met here on the mission field in Honduras, and my wife and I have been serving alongside missionary Sam and Julie Hodges since 2015.
I grew up in a Christian home on the mission field. When I was 7 years old, I realized for the first time that I was a sinner and didn't deserve heaven. I went forward with my mom one Thursday night at church and asked Jesus to come in my heart and save me. I was baptized when I was 12 years old. During my senior year of high school at a Christian camp, I surrendered to full-time Christian service, never expecting to end up on the mission field. After graduating from Bible college, God opened the door to teach in Honduras, where I have been since 2011. I first met my husband James when he visited Honduras on a missions trip. Although we never conversed with each other, I was encouraged by my pastor's wife to begin praying for him. The following year he returned to Honduras, but this time to become part of our team. It was not long before I realized he was after me. We were married in the United States during Christmas vacation, 16 months after meeting each other. Through the time of being on the mission field, God has been so good to me and blessed in so many ways.
Like Susie, I grew up in a Christian home. On a Sunday afternoon when I was just 5 years old, I knelt down with my mom in our living room and prayed to ask Jesus to save me. I soon followed the Lord in believer's baptism. Later in my teenage years at a youth conference, I surrendered my life to missions. Just 2 years after graduating from Bible college, God opened the door to go to Honduras with the purpose of training nationals by teaching in the New Life Baptist Seminary. God has called me to the unique ministry of coming alongside another missionary to help train men and women for a lifetime of service to God, with the goal of reaching Honduras and the world with the gospel.
I'm missionary Sam Hodges, and the New Life Baptist Church was founded in 1998. In 2006, we began the New Life Christian School, and then in 2010, the New Life Baptist Seminary to train Honduran pastors and pastors' wives.
The New Life Baptist Seminary focuses on training well-rounded servants. Students receive academic classes which build their biblical foundation, as well as character training and practical preparation.
Hola, mi nombre es Wilmer Flores.
Hello, my name is Wilmer Flores. The grace of God came to my life when I was 12 years old. I was called to serve the Lord full-time when I was 15. Right now, I'm studying at New Life Baptist Seminary. New Life Baptist Seminary has taught me how to stretch myself in the work of the Lord and how to grow spiritually. One of my future goals is to plant a church with members who are committed to service for the Lord.
Hola, mi nombre es Karina Sandoval.
Hi, my name is Karina Sandoval. I came to understand the gospel completely and accept Jesus when I was 16 years old. Later, when I entered the university, I became somewhat rebellious, and the Lord showed me that I was going in the wrong direction. I attended a youth camp where God called me to serve Him full-time and prepare myself in New Life Baptist Seminary. My desire is to serve God and to do it in the best way possible. The New Life Baptist Seminary has had a great impact in my life and has helped me tremendously in my spiritual growth.
Hello, I'm Luis Dole. I have born in a Christian home. My dad is my pastor, so since I have memory, I went to church every week of my life. I got saved when I was 16 years old. Then God called me to serve Him in full time. When that happened, I didn't know where to go to study. I didn't know about a seminary in Honduras. My sister told me about New Life Baptist Seminary, so I came here, and since I came here, the seminary had helped me to grow up in my spiritual life and my personal life. I had preached the gospel to the people around here. This is my last year here. I don't know what I'm going to do after I graduate here, but I know that I want to serve God every day of my life.
In 2015, I contacted Brother James LeJeune, who already spoke Spanish, to be able to come here and to work in our seminary, to teach in our seminary. And since that time, he's been here serving faithfully in the ministry for 3 semesters, teaching in our Bible college. And his wife, Susie, has been teaching in our Christian school for 6 years now. And we're excited about what the LeJeunes are going to be doing in the future in our ministry. Also working in the bus ministry, teaching and preaching in our church, and helping with the soul winning program. And we would appreciate anything that the churches could do to be able to support them and to help them to come back to Honduras as soon as possible to continue here in the ministry of the New Life Baptist Church. Thank you very much.
I'd like to recommend James and Susie LeJeune as missionaries to Honduras. They've already been on the mission field, they're already familiar with the language, they're already serving or are involved in a ministry in Honduras. And as such, Riverside, their sending church, recognizes God's call upon their life and their training for service, and we're fully behind them in this next step of ministry that God has for them.
Go sound the horn, strike up the choir, a sinner is saved, saved from the fire, no more in darkness, he's received my son, all heaven's rejoicing, that's the value of war.
Honduras not only needs the gospel, it needs trained Honduran men and women to carry out the Great Commission. We invite you to join us in our endeavor through your prayers and financial support. We are the LeJeunes, planting churches through training nationals.